Welcome to a video from ThisLife.com. In this video I'm going to show you the Hyper-V settings you need to try out Windows 11 and how you can get Windows 11 on a virtual machine so you can start testing out Microsoft's new Windows. And I've tried this, I've gone through a few hoops on my own machine, so I thought I'd share the experiences. So I'm running Hyper-V here on a Surface Laptop 2, and first of all, I'm not going to go into how to set up Hyper-V. I have got a separate video of how to do it. I have actually got a separate video on how to set up Hyper-V on Windows 10. I'll give you a pointer in the right direction if you not go back to that. But you need to enable these Hyper-V management tools and platforms, and I think there's a virtual machine one you need as well. And yeah, there you go, Hypervisor platform. So you need those enabled, and then you can set up Hyper-V. But like I said, I've got a separate video on this. But what I want to show you in this video is the settings that you need to get Windows 11 to accept the update. I've got a machine here that now will accept it, but I'll show you how I did that. So I'll go into the settings first of all. So once you've created your virtual machine, there's a few things you need to do. First of all, when you create a virtual machine, in fact I'll guide you through that now. So first thing you want to do is make sure when you create those, you give it all a name and everything. I've got one I prepared earlier, which I'll do, so I won't bother naming this now. But is make sure you use a Generation 2, because that supports the secure TPM platforms that Microsoft needs. I think Generation 1 should work because Hyper-V, Windows 11 Hyper-V doesn't check the TPM, but just to be safe I would go through that. It gives you more options anyway, so I would make sure you get a Generation 2. Now I'll go back to my actual one that I know is going to work on this. Right, let's have a look at the settings that you need then to get Windows 11 run out on a virtual PC. So like I mentioned, you need the Gen 2 one. The reason you need the Gen 2 on is you want to have these enabled here, the secure boot, trusted platform, and encrypted save state. Now, encrypted state. Now, like I said before, I'm not 100% sure on Hyper-V we actually need to have these, I think, but I would do them anyway. The other thing you do need to have is 4 gig of memory, so 4096. You can enable dynamic, that seems to work fine as well. The other thing I had to do to get this to work, which I'd forgotten about and spent ages trying to work out why it didn't work, was I had one processor. I changed that to 4, and suddenly it allowed me to start that as well. So let me start this machine up there. So under all those conditions, I've installed Windows 10 from an ISO. Okay, I'll log in here now and we'll have a look at what we do to get Windows 11 started on here. So I go into Update Security, and I need to link my Windows Insider account to this virtual machine. So if you've not done this already, go to insider.windows.com, sign up with your Microsoft account, and then that assigns Windows Insider program to your account, which you can then use on here. So I can link a Windows Insider account. My machine's already linked up with this account, so I can continue with that. And now I've done that, I can pick which Windows Insider ring I want to join. So I can pick Dev, Beta, or Release Preview. Now, Dev gives you the weekly technical builds, and those are most likely to be the most unstable, so those are good if you want to test new features. You might even get sort of the next version of Windows 11 that's coming out next year, or the features from next year, or whatever. Dev channel gives you the latest stuff. Beta channel gives you the kind of the more stable builds, and Windows 11 has just been released to build a beta channel. So if you really want to test what's being released later this year, the beta channel is good for that. And Release Preview will currently only give you Windows 10 updates. Maybe later in the year, Microsoft get close to release Windows 11, they'll enable that for Release Preview, but currently they don't. So I can pick that as well. So now I've picked the beta channel, it'll need to do a reboot, and I've already rebooted this machine, and see there, that says I'm ready. So now I can go to Windows Update, and I can do check for updates, and this is going to start to pull down Windows 11. So in summary, what you need to do is make sure you've got a Hyper-V installed with Gen 2 client, make sure you've got 4 gig of RAM, TPM enabled, and 4 processors. The 4 processors were the thing that I got stuck on, that I enabled that. And then you join the Windows Insider program with your Microsoft account, and you then on the device go to the Windows Insider program, pick the channel you want, in this case beta, and there you go, boom, it's now bringing down Windows 11. So that's how you can use Hyper-V to test Windows 11. I have other videos on how to actually get started with Hyper-V, but I'm just focusing on this video on the Windows 11 part. If you've got any questions, you can let me know, ian@thislifestyle.com. You can get me on Twitter @ISDixon.